Now is Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, good to see you.
Good morning.
Your reaction?
Well, this is not what the president promised. He criticized repeatedly, and I think rightly so, President Obama for the so-called catch and release, meaning someone stopped at the border and instead of detaining them in federal custody until it's time for their hearing, they're released into the general public and expected to come back. No surprise, only about 10% come back. So this is effectively another version of that. I mean, if he's going to bring 100,000 migrants to San Francisco and set them free, they're free to go wherever they want, and the chances of them coming back for their hearing are pretty slim. That's effectively what's going to happen.
Well, yesterday, Senator Lindsey Graham made news on Sunday Morning Futures with me, basically saying that, look, right after the break, he's going to come back and he's going to put new immigration legislation together. He's going to work on a package to get rid of some of these loopholes, like the Flores decision, like the fact that, you know, if you're a family, you can only be held for 20 days. I mean, some of these things in the books, the laws in the books are just backwards. Here's what Lindsey Graham said yesterday. Watch this. When you come back to Washington, you are planning to put together proposals to change the law. Can you tell us about that, sir?
I'll be introducing a package, and hopefully with Democratic support, that will change our asylum laws. 90% of the people who apply for asylum never make it, so the standard needs to change. We have a court decision called the Flores decision that says you can only hold a minor child 20 days. If a family comes here with a minor child, we release the entire family after 20 days because we don't have bed space, so we need to change that decision. And also we have a quirk in our law that if you're from Central America, you cannot be sent back home as a minor child because of a law on the books that prohibits sending children back from non-contiguous countries. So the only place that we can send a child back to is Mexico and Canada. We need to be sending these kids back to Central America where they come from.
I mean, 70% of the people coming at the border are from that triangle of countries.
So let me start by saying I fully agree with Senator Graham, and I fully agree with the president on this. About a year ago, I read all of the immigration statutes, and you can tell that they were written at different time periods with different attitudes about immigrants. Some more concerned with national security, others more concerned with the humanitarian needs of the immigrants. And it's really a patchwork. The last time this was revised was in the Reagan era in 1986. Last time there was a major revision. But there still are remnants of 1886 in there and 1924 when many changes were made. So they are correct, the president and Senator Graham. This needs to be rewritten from scratch. Right now, the burden on the president, on the administration, on the federal government for enforcing these is almost impossible to bear, and to do so with fairness and fidelity to the laws, because many of the laws contradict each other.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that it's not necessarily immigrants, but illegals. Illegal immigrants is what the president is trying to organize here. He's not saying no to immigrants in general.
So here's what happens: they arrive and seek asylum. They really want a better life, which every human does.
Right.
But the law does not allow you to base asylum in "I want a better life." You can only base asylum in "I am part of a group that's being repressed at home, and if I go home, I'm going to end up in jail or worse."
It's economic refugee status is what they want, and what allows them to stay should be political asylum.
Precisely. That's what the law is.
And everybody in the world would rather come to America for economic asylum.
I just wanted to quickly point out a Wall Street Journal editorial on this sanctuary cities idea, this taunt, if you will, from President Trump. It says it defies two important legal and contradicts legal and political interests of the president. Number one, because the administration has been arguing that the federal government oversees immigration laws in this country, but you're essentially legitimizing the idea that states and cities can run their own policies. Number one, by doing this, it increases the likelihood that migrants will stay in the United States for years under protections in the cities and the states. And number three, now maybe this gets fought, it's being fought in front of the Supreme Court, but tens or hundreds of thousands of new non-citizens in California or New York will be counted potentially toward the number of seats in Congress and the Electoral College in terms of Electoral College votes that the states will have based on the census.
And watch
so
it.
The Journal is arguing you're making a grave mistake by even threatening to do this.
And watch certain states like California find ways for these folks to vote.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good point. Meanwhile, this week, we're going to get the Mueller report. Apparently, we could see the full report released with redactions. I've been asking a number of lawmakers about the report. Here's what they told me yesterday.
Well, you're exactly right, Maria, and you've been over this target for more than 2 years and at times have been ridiculed because you're reporting. But I'd like to say this morning, your reporting has not only been spot on, but it's been based on real evidence that we've been able to see.
I would say that your investigative journalism has been great on this, Maria. And there's still more work to do. And, there's no really time for victory laps because, people have to be held accountable for this nonsense.
As I said to you before, your intellectual honesty, your hard work, your willingness to listen to another viewpoint, you're a special person. This is a special show. Congratulations.
Well, this is all talking about what went on for the last 2 years, Judge. Are we going to see the whole Mueller report this week, you think?
No. We will eventually see the whole Mueller report, but not this week. I have a feeling that at noon on Good Friday, when a lot of people are doing other things in this world, is when this is going to come out. So I don't know what my weekend's going to be like. But I believe that of this 445 pages, probably half will be redacted under laws that require the Attorney General to redact. The only way for those redactions to be removed is for a federal judge to say the public's interest in knowing what's in here is a higher good than the privacy of the people discussed in here. And that's going to require somebody take this to a federal judge. I would think Jerry Nadler will subpoena Bill Barr. He'll say, look, I'm a good guy. I'm not going to ignore the subpoena. I'm going to take it to a federal judge and ask her to quash it. She's going to enforce it, and then he's off the hook, and we'll see what's in there. The president says he doesn't care what's in there because he believes he's been vindicated. Has he waived his privacy rights by saying that?
It would be unprecedented if a judge rules to allow the American public to see grand jury testimony.
Actually, it wouldn't, because that's what happened with Ken Starr, where the federal judge said, let it all out. That's how we learned this lurid stuff about Bill Clinton, which today seems like it was none of the federal government's business, but at the time triggered his impeachment.
Wow. We'll see about that. I mean, everyone you speak to says you can't release grand jury testimonies.
No, it's happening this week.
Yeah.
It does appear to.
No, he said last week. He said within the week was the first thing. That
I agree. I bet you it's on Good Friday.
No, I bet you it drops on tax day. I bet you it drops at 3 p.m. this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
All right, sticking your neck out.
I'm not putting money on it.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what are the odds, McD?
I won't lay odds on it, and I won't bet money
you took
either.
the under.
Yeah.
Judge, thank you.
Pleasure.
Judge Andrew Napolitano there.